Monday on NBA TV, we've got a doubleheader with the Mavs and Celtics, followed by the Raptors and Clippers. Your coverage, as always, starts with the Auto Trader pregame show at 7 Eastern, right here. And the highlights continue on this 5-game Saturday. DeMar DeRozan and the Spurs taking on Kemba Walker and the Celtics in Boston, getting out to an early lead here behind a Gordon Hayward coach that was finally starting to play the way we had gotten used to.
Yeah, I mean, he was averaging 20 a game with incredible efficiency, 56% from the floor and 44% from three. It's really a shame that he has to suffer an injury right now.
And here it is in that second quarter. Hayward running into a hard screen on LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, x-rays would confirm that it is a broken hand, and Gordon's reportedly going to see a specialist on Monday to see whether or not that surgery is going to be involved. Jaylen Brown, though, picking up some of that slack in the second half.
Oh my, did he? Showing you a little bit of everything between him and Tatum. Distributing the basketball, being aggressive, outside, inside. They're going to have to do this for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, they need him in a big way right now.
Season high 30 points for him on this one, so showed up in a big way there. Kemba Walker, though, pulling up, knocking it down from deep.
We've seen that for years in this league. I've seen too much of it.
Yeah,
that's fresh off a tech call, too. He was upset.
Look at that. I mean, look at this.
Oh,
Robert
my.
Williams.
Wow.
Up and away.
With force. Look at this one, though, getting it done defensively on the other end. The block.
This is what the Celtics do. They dominate people with their defense. This is why they have a chance to survive that injury to Gordon Hayward.
Even Pop loved it.
Yeah, I know, right? Handing out hugs. I don't think that those come lightly. The Celtics win at 135 to 115. And here, let's hear from Brad Stevens after the game.
Broken hand, no timeline. You're going to get with the doctors tomorrow and decide if he needs to do surgery or not. It sounds like should he decide that, the surgery option might actually be a better timeline. So we'll see what that all plays out to be. Who knows? It's too bad.
Yeah, was it kind of deflating just he's been playing so well lately?
I mean, I think, you can talk to him about it, but I think ultimately, yeah, sure. But, every year you go through stuff where different things happen and different guys go down. We've already seen some guys, some really good players in this league hurt, and, it's up to everybody else to pick up the slack and do their job. This one doesn't feel near as bad as it did 2 years ago, so he'll be back and just be off for a few weeks or a month or whatever it is.
Yeah, Brad, as a coach, what do you say to him?
I just tell him to keep his head up. I think at the end of the day, that's all you can do. I mean, he's worked hard. He'll be in good shape. He'll keep himself in good shape, and he'll be ready to go when he gets back. But again, it's up to now. He needs to help encourage, some of our wings off the bench. They need to, be ready to be called upon to add value to winning every night.
LaMarcus averaged 40 points against y'all last year. Did y'all do anything differently to?
I don't want to act like we had the answer. I thought our guys played really hard, but that doesn't guarantee you can stop him from scoring still. He's a great player and great scorer. I thought that both Rob and Tice really worked hard to guard him. And then we did double him some when he got it low with some guys. But, maybe it was just one of those. I'm sure they look at it and he looks at it as just one of those nights for him. And at the same time, I thought our guys played hard. And that's all you can do.
Coach, they got up 7-0. Can you speak to just, the guys being able to lock in after that and really turning around quickly? Right.
Jaylen's baskets were big, going to the basket, driving the ball, kind of settled us down. And then our defense, we had some great possessions there in the first quarter until we stopped rebounding the ball for 3 minutes. They're hard to guard. And I thought that was a good sign, going down 7-0, then taking the lead 16-10 and doing it mostly off of offense to defense, or defense to offense.
I'm pretty certain you've never won.
Even with the Celtics' first win in San Antonio since March of 2011, I'm not kidding, it's been that long. It still feels a bit deflated because of Gordon Hayward's injury. Coach, what do you need to see from this Celtics team in his absence?
Well, we're going to need to see people step up, and I think we talked about Jaylen Brown. He'll have to step up. But the Celtics are primed to be able to overcome this because they rely on their defense, and they can count on that. They came into tonight as number 4 defense in the league. They're very consistent in the way they go about things defensively. I think that they'll stay very, very competitive in this time that he's out.
They also, though, move very well without the ball, and I know some of that off-ball offense is what you were impressed by.
Yeah, no question. I mean, they execute, they screen, they get everybody involved. All of these guys get opportunities to play, and I think they like that.
I think they do it by committee, and like Coach just said, I think that camaraderie with all those guys from Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kemba Walker was really formed in the offseason, playing with the USA team. So now it's the next man up, but it's also the next guys up because they don't have to do it by committee.
Well, let's take a look on both sides, Coach, at some of the off-ball offense that stood out to you in this game.
Yeah, I think, this game was great because these teams run offense, and it's not all pick and roll in isolation. If you screen, we see Patty Mills there, set the screen. Now he gets a screen. You get some confusion on the flare screen there by the Celtics. He gets a 3. Same thing here. On the flare screen, DeRozan gets caught going under. Gordon Hayward wide open for the 3. And then here, Marco Bellinelli starts to cheat to get through the stagger. He gets up too high, back cut by Jaylen Brown. All right, if you execute with pace, set screens, you've got a chance to get some offense that doesn't have to be with one guy doing it himself.
I love the fact that offense really complements all their strengths, where you see sometimes where the coaching staff usually run the offense, but it don't complement the players that you have on the roster. So I love that offensive sets.
Long term, even though we don't know exactly how long Gordon's going to be out of the lineup yet, what's a realistic expectation for the time that he's not there?
Continue to play consistent. As Coach said, they're top 4 on the defensive efficiency side. So they have to continue to bring that lunch pail mentality on that side of the floor, but also just continue to buy into doing it by committee. Not one particular person need to step up and have astronomical numbers, but collectively they can get it done.
I like this team. I'm with Caron on that. I like them. They've still got 2 20-point scorers. I like Jason Tatum's offensive approach more. He's shooting the 3 more willingly. He's getting to the rim a little bit more. We know Kemba can carry a team. Their defense is going to be great, and they are really playing together. They're getting contributions from Robert Williams, from Wanamaker, from these guys that we didn't know anything about. This is a better Celtic team, in my opinion, than they put out there last year, even though the names aren't as recognizable.
And I don't think they get talked about enough when you talk about them being at the top of the Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah.
This team is special.
To have not lost since their opener against Philadelphia and to rip off 7 wins in a row, pretty impressive. Maybe we should start talking about it more often. When we come back, this 5-game Saturday continues with Hamidou Diallo reminding us why he's the reigning slam dunk champion.
Well, he gets like 1 or 2 every night.
Right?
Like that.
Disrespectful, man.